Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of The Gospel Angelus. My name is Thomas, and today we are going to continue the series of the Passover. If you haven't watched my previous video, you can watch it here. Now in my previous video, I talked about Jesus did not take the Passover. He did take the Last Supper, but he did not take the Passover. Now you might be confused. There are certain scriptures that say Jesus did take the Passover, and for this we are going to deep dive whether this scripture has contradictions to what other scripture has revealed, especially in the scriptures written in the book of John, as in my previous video. So first of all, we have to understand that what is the day that has been defined. So let's look into Numbers 28 verse 16 to 18. On the 14th day of the first month is the Passover of the Lord, and on the 15th day of this month is the feast. Unleavened bread shall be eaten for 7 days. On the first day you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no customary work. With this, now let's look into another scriptures written in the book of Mark 14:12 to 16. Now on the first day of unleavened bread, when they killed the Passover lamb, his disciples said to him, "Where do you want us to go and prepare that you may eat the Passover?" And he sent out 2 of his disciples and said to them, "Go into the city, and a man will meet you carrying a pitcher of water. Follow him. Wherever he goes in, say to the master of the house, 'The teacher says, where is the guest room in which I may eat the Passover with my disciples?' Then he will show you a large upper room, furnished and prepared. There, make ready for us." So his disciples went out and came into the city, and found it just as he had said to them, and they prepared the Passover. Now, reading these scriptures, you may be confused. Why do I say that Jesus did not take the Passover? But yet these scriptures seems to support the idea that Jesus and his disciple is going to take the Passover. In fact, if you look at the NKJV versions, the heading of this passage is say that Jesus celebrate Passover with his disciple. Now notice this, on the verse 14 it says that now on the first day of unleavened bread. Just now when we read the Numbers, if we say that first day of the unleavened bread is the 15th day, then the Passover must be 1 day before, right? As in the scriptures. So the 14th day is the Passover, and the 15th day is exactly the first day of unleavened bread. Now this contradicts to our understanding. Why Jesus asked his disciple to prepare for the Passover if the Passover is already passed over, right? Since the 14th day is the Passover and the 15th day is the first day of unleavened bread. So by right, in this scripture, it says that first day of the unleavened bread, he asked his disciple to go and prepare the Passover. Don't you find that a little bit weird? Now the word first here in Hebrew is called protos. And protos can also be translated as before. Protos, like prototype, is first of its type, or before the type even appear. So protos can be also translated as before. And if we take this idea of protos as before, now the scripture read like this. Now before the feast of unleavened bread, the disciple came to Jesus saying to him, "Where do you want us to prepare for you to eat the Passover?" If we interpret it as before the feast of Passover, then it does not contradict to what is written in the book of Numbers. So before the feast of Passover also can be meaning that it's Passover time or before the Passover. Alright? So it does not contradict to each other for the wording written in the book of Mark or in other gospel like John. Now there you have it. The first Day of Unleavened Bread is also able to translate as before the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And with this, it has no contradictions whatsoever with numbers. And also no contradictions to the statement that I said Jesus did not take the Passover. If you want to know more, please refer back to my previous video. And folks, that's all for today's. See you next time in the Gospel Angelus. Bye.
'Cause our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven.